We tested 10R80, 4R70W, and 6R80 after 200,000 miles. A clear winner. One transmission looked nearly new at 200,000 miles. Another was already showing wear patterns that point toward a rebuild. And the oldest transmission in this test embarrassed both of them. I'm RJ, 20 years working on Fords. We put 3 of the most common F-150 automatics on the teardown bench at the same mileage and let the data speak. Let's get into it. The 10-speed 10R80 was co-developed by Ford and General Motors and introduced in the F-150 in 2017. 10 forward gears, electronically controlled adaptive shift logic, wider gear ratio spread than anything Ford had installed in a light-duty truck before. The goal was fuel economy, towing refinement, and a transmission that learned how you drive and adapted to it. On paper, it should have been the greatest transmission Ford ever put in an F-150. The teardown told a different story. We pulled the pan first. Friction material in the fluid, elevated compared to both other samples on the bench. Fluid analysis put the friction particle count roughly 40% higher than the 6R80 samples, taken under identical conditions. The fluid was darker. The data coming out of the pan was already telling us something before we cracked the case. One of the most widely discussed failure points on the 10R80 platform is the CDF drum, the clutch, direct, and forward drum. This single rotating assembly carries 3 clutch packs and takes the full torque load of the input shaft on every shift event. A 10-speed transmission makes roughly 2.5 times as many gear changes per mile as a 6-speed. Every shift is a wear event. At 200,000 miles, the drum showed stress marks at the clutch apply surfaces, consistent with that accumulated cycle count. The wear was measurable and significant. The valve body showed solenoid wear that put several circuits outside their expected specification at this mileage. The adaptive shift strategy, which recalibrates constantly as the transmission wears, was relying heavily on correction to maintain shift quality, a sign the hardware had moved beyond what adaptive compensation was designed to manage. This is not a failure mode that responds to fluid changes. Recalibration masks symptoms. It doesn't address the underlying wear. The torque converter lockup clutch showed heat discoloration, consistent with the shutter pattern that Ford has addressed through multiple technical service bulletins on this platform. The 10R80 makes more lockup and unlock cycles per mile than its predecessors. More thermal cycling, more friction material wear. At 200,000 miles, the clutch surface condition was past the range where a fluid service alone is likely to restore normal function. The 10R80 at 200,000 miles showed more wear than the other 2 transmissions in this test by a significant margin. More gear ratios mean more shifts per mile. More shifts mean more clutch events. More accumulated wear at the same odometer reading. Add adaptive valve body electronics wearing alongside the mechanical components, and you arrive at the condition we found on the bench. Rebuild cost on the 10R80 runs approximately $4,500 to $6,500 and tends towards the upper end of that range in 2026 because the rebuild requires proprietary calibration equipment that most independent shops do not carry. Many will not take 10R80 work at all for this reason. 10 speeds made it smarter. The teardown showed what that intelligence cost. The 6-speed 6R80 was introduced in the F-150 in 2009, built on ZF architecture that had already been validated across BMW, Audi, and Land Rover platforms before Ford adapted it to the truck market. 6 forward gears, select shift capability, input torque rating of 750 foot-pounds, nearly double what the engine it was bolted to could produce. Significant torque headroom from day one. After the 10R80 results, we expected a strong showing from the 6R80. The teardown delivered. Pan pull first. Trace friction material. Normal for 200,000 miles. Fluid particle count roughly 30% lower than the 10R80 sample. The fluid was cleaner. The 6R80 had been working at a lower stress level for its entire service life, and the pan showed it. The lockup clutch surface was in good condition. No glazing, no heat discoloration. Fewer gear ratios means fewer lockup and unlock cycles per mile compared to the 10R80. Less thermal load on the converter clutch at the same mileage. At 200,000 miles, the converter looked like it had a substantial portion of its service life remaining. The valve body bore surfaces showed factory hone marks, still visible under inspection. Solenoid pack within specification. No adaptive correction tables running outside their designed range. The 6R80 valve body is simpler than the 10R80 in a way that matters directly. Fewer gear ratios means fewer solenoids and fewer pressure regulators accumulating wear over the same service interval. All clutch packs functional. Wear distributed evenly across the unit rather than concentrated in a single high-stress assembly. Even distribution at 200,000 miles is the signature of a transmission that has been working within its design envelope throughout its service life. The 6R80 isn't a perfect transmission. The molded lead frame sensor assembly, which integrates the transmission range sensor and several solenoid connections into a single plastic-bodied unit, is a known service item. Lead frame failures generate shift quality complaints and electrical codes, and the repair requires pulling the valve body. It is not a catastrophic failure, but it is a real one, and it shows up on 6R80 bench work at higher mileages, often enough to mention. Occasional solenoid body wear at high mileage is also documented, not at the rate or severity of the 10R80, but present. Yet, compared to what we found in the 10R80, these issues were minor. The 6R80 at 200,000 miles showed fewer than half the measurable wear indicators of the 10R80 sample. The ZF torque headroom meant the transmission was never working near its rated capacity. Fewer shifts per mile meant less accumulated wear at the same distance. The architecture that made the 6R80 feel less technically impressive than the 10R80 on a spec sheet was the same architecture that kept it alive and functional 200,000 miles later. Documented service life on a well-maintained 6R80 unit consistently runs past 250,000 miles. Fleet records show units crossing 300,000 without rebuild. In many F-150s, the body, the suspension, and even the engine will need significant work before the 6R80 ever does. Rebuild cost runs approximately $2,800 to $4,200 at independent shops that know the platform well. The 6R80 at 200,000 miles looked like a transmission with more life in it. If you're getting value from teardown data like this, the Ford Longevity Blueprint is linked below. It covers the maintenance patterns that consistently separate 100,000-mile trucks from 300,000-mile trucks. The 4-speed 4R70W entered F-150 production in 1993 and stayed in service through 2008, 15 years in the same platform. 4 forward gears, hydraulic electronic control, input torque rating around 400 foot-pounds. The transmission Ford used before the 6R80 replaced it. Everyone who saw this unit on the bench assumed it would be the obvious loser. Oldest transmission, fewest gears, no ZF architecture, no adaptive learning, no modern electronics. The teardown did not cooperate with that assumption. Pan pull first. Trace friction material, comparable to the 6R80 and well below the 10R80 sample. Fluid particle count among the lowest of the 3 units. The internal components had accumulated less total stress than the mileage suggested. The reason became clear as we worked through the unit. The 4R70W makes fewer shifts per mile than either the 6R80 or the 10R80. 4 speeds means fewer clutch engagement events per mile of driving. Fewer events means less total wear at the same odometer reading. The simplicity that made this transmission feel outdated was the same simplicity that kept it alive. The lockup clutch surface was in good condition, no glazing, no heat discoloration. This is a pre-shutter era torque converter design with different clutch geometry and lockup engagement logic than the units that followed it. The TCC shutter failure mode present in certain later transmissions does not apply to the 4R70W architecture. The lockup system was working as designed at 200,000 miles. The valve body bore surfaces showed factory hone marks still visible, minimal wear. The shift logic is simpler than anything that replaced it. Hydraulic control with electronic inputs. No adaptive learning tables accumulating corrections over years of heat exposure. No solenoid pack drifting out of calibration from 200,000 miles of operation. Simpler means fewer components accumulating wear. Fewer wear points means more useful life remaining at the same mileage. The output shaft, planetary gear sets, and pump all showed wear consistent with 200,000 miles of service, but within acceptable specification. No stress signatures indicating the transmission had been operating outside its design envelope. The servo bore, the most commonly cited wear point on the 4R70W, showed expected wear but remained functional. Clutch clearance measurements came in within roughly 10% of factory specification, tighter than we expected for a 4-speed at this mileage. With one additional fluid service interval, this transmission would likely have continued running without noticeable shift quality degradation. The 4R70W does not have an internal electronics package accumulating heat damage over 200,000 miles. It doesn't have adaptive compensation, masking mechanical wear. It doesn't concentrate wear into a single high-stress rotating assembly, and it doesn't require proprietary tooling to rebuild. Any competent, independent shop in the country can do the work for approximately $1,800 to $2,800. Owners with documented maintenance histories, fluid changes every 30 to 50,000 miles, not the lifetime fluid myth Ford marketing promoted through the early 2000s, report these transmissions crossing 250 and 300,000 miles on the original unit. The pattern is consistent enough to appear repeatedly across F-150 owner communities. The 4R70W at 200,000 miles surprised us. Not because it was perfect. It showed the wear of a transmission that had been in service for a long time, but the wear patterns were distributed, manageable, and consistent with a unit that still had useful life remaining. The simplicity that made it feel obsolete was the simplicity that kept it functional when more complex units were showing significantly worse deterioration at the same mileage. Nobody at the bench expected these numbers. The transmission everyone expected to lose had more life left than the transmission most people assumed it already won. 3 transmissions, 3 different generations of Ford engineering. One clear outcome. The 10R80 at 200,000 miles showed the most wear of any unit in this test. The CDF drum deterioration. The valve body relying heavily on adaptive correction. The torque converter clutch condition. These are not primarily maintenance failures. They're the result of architectural choices. Ford traded long-term durability for better EPA cycle numbers and shift refinement. The teardown at 200,000 miles shows exactly what that trade looks like in practice. The 4R70W at 200,000 miles earned a result almost nobody predicted. The 4-speed architecture, the simple hydraulic electronic control, the absence of adaptive electronics accumulating wear alongside the mechanical components. These are the reasons a transmission built in 1993 held up better on the teardown bench than a transmission built in 2017. The 4R70W is the people's champion of this test. Not because it won, because it refused to lose. The 6R80 at 200,000 miles won this test clearly. The ZF-based architecture gave it a torque headroom that kept the transmission in a low-stress operating state for its entire service life. The 6-speed design produced fewer shift events per mile, which preserved the valve body and clutch packs well past where the 10R80 was showing serious deterioration. The pre-shutter era converter design eliminated a failure mode that costs later transmissions years of service life, and the documented real-world history. Thousands of F-150 owners reporting original 6R80 units past 300,000 miles was confirmed by what we found on the bench. Modern does not mean more durable. More gears does not mean more life. The evidence is on the bench.